Happy New Year. I'm Phil Elmore. I'm running for mayor.
And I'm Dean Hardt. I'm running for treasurer.
April 9th is the election, and this is our website that we're running our campaign through for the people who like to check things out on the web. And what we do now is go through some council meeting minutes. We just completed a council meeting for the January 7th evening of the council, and we would like to just go over a few quick bullet points, but also we want to encourage people to send questions in through this website, our Facebook page, or email us, or you can even call us. Any question you'd like to have addressed on this website, that's one of the things we're doing here, so send it on in. Dean,
All right.
tell us about the first issue tonight.
One of the things that we approved tonight was the completion or the creation of a bridge at Bi-Centennial Park. The projected cost is $288,000. The money paying to build this bridge is coming from the surplus of money that was from the 17th Street project.
And another thing we did tonight, we've talked about in the traffic meeting for the last couple months, is that there will now be a stop sign coming very shortly at 2nd Street and West Washington. This would basically be the intersection that people are familiar with in front of the post office. This is a new stop sign that is going to come across on the coupler as you're headed east. So people do need to be aware that there is a stoplight the previous block, but in years past people have been gaining speed down the hill and they don't have another stoplight until they get to South Illinois Street. So this is going to slow things down a little bit. We don't like using stop signs as speed deterrents. This was more put there for the reason of exceptionally high numbers of accidents. There's even a law office there at the corner that had a car hit the building. So this stop sign was needed, and it's going to be coming here in the next few days or weeks.
And another item that we approved was the annexation of an apartment building at 217 Freedom Drive. There are several apartment buildings on that street, and there was always confusion about this building as to whether or not it was inside the city limits or not. The property owner did fill out the proper paperwork to request to be annexed into the city, and we have approved that.
And we're probably going to go a little bit long tonight, so I'll just be quick with this one. J.C. Park is now all in Belleville. If you followed that at all, part of J.C. Park was in Swansea, but it's all taken care of, and it's all officially in Belleville now. All right, that was about it for the meeting, for most of it. A lot of the discussion came in executive session. Tonight, during executive session, a property acquisition was put before us with virtually no warning.
None.
That's one of the issues we have. We understand that we don't want to negotiate properties in the newspaper, but we are put in positions many times when it comes to property acquisition of here's the property, decide now. It's a very, very awkward position to be put in. You really are torn whether or not we're needing to buy a property or not needing to buy a property. And once we bring it out into the public, then it's in the paper. And of course, if you're selling a property and you know somebody's talking about it, the price is usually going to go up. And we don't want to see that happen too. So tonight, at the intersection of 157 and West Main, used to be a Laughlin.
It's Laughlin Furniture.
Laughlin Furniture. Dean's a little bit more familiar about where it's at exactly. Go ahead and tell him, Dean, it's right by your ward.
Well, it is in Ward 8, but my ward crosses up north and south of West Main Street. At the bottom of the hill at 157 and West Main Street, across the corner from, I believe it's Aaron's Rent to Own, is Laughlin Furniture. This has been a property that a lot of the residents have had major concerns about. The current owner was leaving furniture outside. A lot of complaints I was receiving regarding this property, along with the alderman in Ward 8. And so this was something that this property acquisition is something that people have always wanted in our ward to try to improve the Belleville boundaries. And this is going to allow us to do that. As it's been discussed that we will be purchasing the property for $159,000, and the intention is to demolish the property and create green space.
Well, my argument was, as a few other aldermen were talking about tonight, is we did not have an appraisal for this property. We just found out about it tonight, and we're forced to make the decision because of a negotiating issue. So it was very, very difficult. I voted to not buy the property. It was bought several years ago for $220,000, and actually there was a $259,000 price tag on it at one time. And the seller or the realtor were not really clear on who contacted City Hall, the mayor's office, and said that the price had lowered, and so it was down to $159. The mayor felt strongly that it should be bought, and so as it turned out, we did buy it. Dean and I actually did not vote the same way again, so it does happen.
I voted to purchase the property because I have had many calls regarding the property and the concerns in the West End, and this was an opportunity to help create a green space to improve the entrance to the West Belleville area.
So the property has been purchased. It sounds like the plan, which, you know, again, there was no plan for buying this property, but the plan now is to possibly turn it into green space. The property was purchased for $159,000. There still will be an expense to demolish the property. And my statement tonight was, you know, buying property, I just feel like the city of Belleville has to stop the bleeding. Sooner or later, we have to stop buying property that we don't want. We're buying property just to say we don't want something bad to go there. I agreed with the Meredith home purchase. I still agree with the Meredith home purchase. That was the front door of our city, and I would not have wanted to see an undesirable property business buy that building. But at some point, you got to say enough is enough on buying properties, and I just thought this was a good stopping point for us to stop buying properties. But there are a lot of good reasons to buy it too. So we bought it. Constituents are already calling, as a matter of fact, I think. I'm not going to take this call live, don't worry. But anyway, that's about all we have for tonight, I think. Anything else you got?
That's it.
Okay. Please come back. We are going to be showing some of the commercials we've recorded. We'd like for you to send in some questions. And we got 40, 50-degree weather coming up this week, so we're coming to your door here pretty soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.